Hello, 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 hello. I'm back. Now, bear with me a little bit of blither to start with. Look in the description field below if you want to fast forward to the actual food and things, which is really the reason we're here. Off you go. Anyway, I have returned. I've had a bit of a time off from YouTube. I think it was about a month, 6 weeks ago. I had a bit of a crisis, partly brought on by depression, partly brought on by do I really want to do this YouTube thing anymore? You know, it just is. I'm sure all YouTubers through their YouTubing career, whatever you call it, have thought, should I be doing this? I could go and do other things. And I had one of those, but I'm back. I genuinely enjoy this. The one thing I'll say is I do post on my Instagram account at least once or twice a week. So if you want to look all the things that you missed in the last 5 or 6 weeks, go and have a look there. Have a look generally anyway. I tend to, sometimes you just don't feel like filming a thing, just take 3 or 4 photographs and put the recipe in there. So have a look at my Instagram account. I'll put that again in the description field. So ba-ba, blither over. I'm back. Yes, my head's in a better place. Wish my stomach and the rest of me was, but you know, my head's in a better place. Anyway, on to today. Squash, butternut squash, honey, goat's cheese pasta. This is a real beauty. It's a vegetarian thing, on account of the fact that there's no meat in it. It's a vegetarian thing, but it's really nice. You do it mostly in the oven. Good squash, good honey, sage, all that kind of stuff. Let's get on with it. I really enjoyed this. The smell when you get it out of the oven is whoa! Right, off we go. And what is on today's fairly small board of goodness? This recipe is simplicity itself and rather lovely. Start off, I've got a couple of packets of frozen butternut squash chunks. 500 grams, so that's a kilogram of butternut squash chunks. If you've got a squash itself, it's probably one whole big squash chopped up. You can use feta, but I'm going with goat's cheese for this particular recipe, and 3 of those, so 375 grams of goat's cheese or a couple of blocks of feta, a couple of tablespoons of sage, much preferable to have fresh sage. But fresh sage is one of those weird things that doesn't appear in the supermarkets very often. 3 cloves of garlic, a healthy teaspoon of chili flakes, a healthy tablespoon or more of really good quality honey, and a pasta of your choice. In my cupboard I had some macaroni. Orzo would work really well as well. A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, that's all that needs, but that's whether you want it or not. Definitely a little bit of salt, probably a little bit of oil for the squash as well. That goes into the oven, then we add the pasta afterwards. Let's get on with it. So let's get on with the first stage, putting all the squash into an oven dish. Let's bring all that around. We're going to have a little splash of olive oil in my case, a little bit of salt. Start with about half of your teaspoon of chili flakes and get that in the oven. So the first 10 minutes on its own. Crack on. So, stage 2. The squash has been in the oven for about 15 minutes. Put your pasta on ready because it's not going to take that long. And now we start adding to the squash. Now if you've got fresh sage, you put that in at the end, but since I've only got dried sage, I'm going to put it in now. touch more chili flakes, touch more salt. I'm going to get in there with some black pepper and my 3 cloves of garlic and give that a good stir around. Da, 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 da. Oh, the sage smells amazing. There's 2 escaped bits. Come back, come back. Right, and then I'm going to make some space and add in the ghost cheese. That was supposed to come out of there much more easily. A little bit of space over there and a bit more goat cheese. Right, now that is going back in the oven for probably about 25 minutes. Check on it every so often, but let's work on 20 to 25 minutes and go from there. Okay. Now look at that. It's been about 20 minutes or so in. That's all looking cooked. And who doesn't like baked cheese? Baked cheese! Right, add a little bit of the pasta water so that it all mixes in quite well. Get your pasta in there. Have a good stir. Oh, look at that. It really is superb. And the icing on the cake, so to speak, can have a couple of tablespoons of honey in there. Whoa. Right, let's have a taste of that. Oh my God. That's good. Thank you for watching. That's superb. Make it. Well, thank you for returning to watch another one of my little recipes. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Onwards, got plenty more to do. The tripod is out, the iPhone is pointing at the kitchen things, and yeah, more to come. Yeah, bye.